news you need to know. Wisconsin's Morning News on WTMJ. Trusted, relevant, locally owned, locally programmed. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620, WTMJ Milwaukee.
6 o'clock, I'm Vince Vitrano on Wisconsin's Morning News. Wednesday, October 1st, our top story. Some services impacted now with a government shutdown.
I'm Erik. Bilstad, paying more for garbage and recycling?
I'm Debbie Lazaga. We're looking pretty good across the area. We do still have a delay on 41 southbound from Bradley Road down to about Good Hope. And then we've got northbound on 41 backed up from Mayfair Road up to Burleigh. Otherwise, everything else is rolling along well. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Storm team forecast for today. Partly cloudy with a high of 78 degrees. A little bit cooler at Lakeside and partly cloudy tonight. Low temperatures dipping down into the mid-50s. Right now it's 63, and from the WTMJ Breaking News Center, the federal government is partially shut down now after lawmakers failed to come to an agreement on how to continue funding. Taureen Small from CBS News.
President Trump's administration's plan to undergo what they're calling a reduction in force, so mass firing to these agencies will move forward. How that works is a bit tricky during a government shutdown, but ultimately, if fired during this period, that's a 60-day timer that starts before that firing goes forward and is made permanent. Those who are fired will still be paid, receive back pay.
Recent analysis finds that the shutdown could cost government $7 billion per week.
With the federal government now shut down, TSA employees will continue to work, but without pay. Aaron Barker is the president of the union that represents Georgia's TSA.
Every officer makes every effort to come to work until they can't. And then once it gets to that point, they have to make a decision. Do I buy food or put gas in my car to go to work? It gets to that point where they have to make those hard decisions.
And workers would be given back pay for that work.
Milwaukee County Executive David Crowley proposing a $1.4 billion budget for 2026.
Milwaukee County is expected to generate a total of approximately $192 million in sales tax revenue in 2026. Addressing pension obligation bonds reduced a significant financial drain and slowed the pace in which the county was losing money.
Executive Crowley adding that efforts placed in the state biennial budget will reduce the amount of taxes county residents would pay for essential services.
The budget would include eliminating 6 bus routes from the Milwaukee County transit system.
The transit cuts equate to service reductions of up to 15% of current levels, according to estimates by several county supervisors. While $9 million in American Rescue Plan Act funds would be directed to MCTS in Crowley's budget, he acknowledges those funds will run out by 2027.
We are running out of options, and we are running out of time before MCTS's fiscal cliff is too much to overcome.
The county is projected to face a $46 million overall budget shortfall next year. Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
A village clerk in Hustisford, that's Dodge County, accused of theft and embezzlement.
Kim Hopfinger was arrested Monday after a detailed audit of the village's finances found significant discrepancies. She's also accused of embezzling funds during her time as the treasurer for the Hustisford Soccer Club. Hopfinger is currently in the Dodge County Jail facing misconduct in public office and theft charges. Elizabeth Linton in WTMJ News.
In Waukesha.
So we have a motion, and that is to recommend to the Common Council a resolution that would create and set fees for residential garbage and recycling collection service. All those in favor sign aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? That item passes unanimously.
The Waukesha Finance Committee approving a proposal that would charge residents an annual fee of $160 for garbage and recycling services. Now, city leaders say the fee would help gain revenue as they continue to deal with shortfalls. Common Council will consider the measure at its meeting next week. If approved, that annual fee would go into effect later this month.
Coming up, a new set of tariffs set to begin on medication. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 6:04.
Welcome back to Ask Hassleus.
That big online store has special days with ridiculously low prices. So why don't you?
We do.
You do? When?
Every day. Our 35 beds from the top 5 brands start at $393. Free next day delivery, too.
Wow.
Yeah. Plus, through Monday, get a free box spring or take an equal amount off an adjustable base.
I guess you could say that now is a prime time to buy.
Open 9 to 9. Find an employee-free showroom near you at hassleus.com.
For over a century, local broadcasting has evolved with the needs of the community. We move past the stigmas of opinion journalism and bring the most relevant news online, on air, and on the go. You have trusted us with your news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Trust us to keep moving with you. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress local broadcasting is here to stay.
Accunet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 255368.
Patrick and Monica initially chose a bank to get pre-approved and provide financing for the purchase of their first home. But they were getting a bad feeling when a week after their offer was accepted, the bank still hadn't locked in their rate, nor had the appraisal been ordered. Monica shared her concerns with a friend who happened to be a multi-time Accunet client. That led to Monica connecting with one of our senior loan consultants the same day, and after gathering some information and reviewing options, we locked in their rate right then and there with loan costs $3,600 lower than what the bank had quoted. The appraisal was ordered right away too, and the loan closed on time just 3 weeks later. We also noticed an oversight in the contract that led to a $3,000 credit from the seller. You can get a generic pre-approval and average or worse service from a bank, or you can get the kind of fast service, advice, attention to detail, and savings that made Monica and Patrick Accunet's latest raving fans. All you got to do to get started is click on the blue button at Accunet.com. That's ACCUNET.com.
The Fox and Hound Supper Club is hiring qualified kitchen expediters, ensuring food quality is at its highest standard. And bussers. You'll make real money working nights and weekends. Parents, tell your kids, inquire today, start next week. It's the real deal. Contact the Fox and Hounds.
Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ News Time is 6:06.
The Cubs a step closer to being the Brewers' playoff opponent. Sports coming up at 6:15.
Decision Wisconsin. We have a new candidate for the race for state Supreme Court. It is Judge Maria Lazar. She is announcing this morning on X that she will enter the race. She would be in the conservative-leaning end of things, and she would run for the seat that's left open by incumbent Justice Rebecca Bradley, who is not running. The only other major candidate in the race right now is Appeals Court Judge Chris Taylor, who is running on the liberal side.
A new set of tariffs set to begin. CBS News Money Watch correspondent Kelly O'Grady.
We're expecting a 100% tariff on branded pharmaceuticals to go into effect. And so what this means is it would essentially cost more to bring those imported pharmaceuticals into the country. It does not include generic pharmaceuticals, though. And that's a really important point because the majority of medications and drugs that we as Americans buy are generic brands.
The U.S. imported more than $230 billion in pharmaceuticals in 2024.
The late night talk show host trading stories about getting the hook.
Stephen Colbert guested on ABC's Jimmy Kimmel Live during his show in Brooklyn. Stephen says he had to explain to his wife, Evie, why he got home late after a meeting with his agent.
I walk into the apartment and she goes, "What happened? Did you get canceled?" No. Yep. Really? I said, "Yes, I did."
Kimmel on CBS's The Late Show with Stephen Colbert.
Like, what's the first thing that occurred to you?
I thought, that's it. It's over. It is over. That I was like, I'm never coming back on the air.
Kimmel returned almost a week after his suspension over comments about Charlie Kirk. Colbert's show will fade to black in May. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News, New York.
Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ News Time 6:08.
Glass shower doors are beautiful, but the way they used to make them doesn't allow for them to stay looking beautiful for long. And that's because hard water, heat, humidity, and even soap can corrode standard shower glass. But our newest product, ShowerGuard Glass, is different. Its patented technology permanently seals the glass surface against discoloration and corrosion. And with regular cleaning, your new ShowerGuard glass is going to look new for years to come. So if that old glass shower door of yours is ready to go, give me a call about ShowerGuard Glass. Now, you can't find this product everywhere, but you can find it at Les's Glass. And with over 30 years of experience installing glass shower doors, you can take our word for it. It lives up to its billing. This is Stacy Sinks with Les's Glass Service. If it's a new glass shower door, fogged or broken insulated glass replacement, or affordable glass and mirror home decor that you've been looking for, you just can't pass on Les's Glass. Les's Glass Service, serving all of southeastern Wisconsin. Find us at lesglassservice.com.
Checking in with Debbie here at 6:09.
All right, southbound on 41. We are backing up from the county line down to Good Hope Road, so watch out for that. The northbound side's backed up from Mayfair to Burleigh. The rest of the system is still looking pretty good. We're looking at pretty much full freeway speeds along 43 north and southbound, so all is well. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
The WTMJ 5-day forecast for today: partly cloudy, high temperatures in the low 70s lakeside, mid and upper 70s farther inland. It'll remain partly cloudy tonight with lows in the mid to upper 50s. The sunshine is back tomorrow, 75 at the lakefront, low 80s farther inland, and then the sunshine and the summer-like heat returns Friday and Saturday. Highs in the low to mid 80s. We'll bring back some sunshine for Sunday, a slight chance of an evening shower with highs in the low to mid 80s. I'm meteorologist Brendan Johnson with the Storm Team forecast on WTMJ.
Right now it's 63. 6:10 on Wisconsin's Morning News. This morning, non-essential work in the federal government is shut down.
Happening today.
Republicans and Democrats pointing fingers, trying to attach blame for the funding stalemate.
There are some conversations. There are Democrats who are very unhappy with the situation that they're in.
Our guarantee is to the American people that we're going to fight as hard as we can for their health care.
Hundreds of thousands of federal employees are not going to work this morning as we bring in ABC News White House correspondent Karen Travers. Karen, appears last hour attempts at compromise failed, so now what?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much compromise they were actually looking for last night. They moved forward in the Senate on two dueling proposals, which have been what was on the table for at least a week and a half now. There was a Democratic proposal that included a reversal of cuts to Medicaid and an extension of Obamacare subsidies that would, they say, keep healthcare costs rising for millions of Americans. That was blocked by Republicans, who are, of course, the majority. Then Democrats did not get on board with the bill that the Republicans had put forward that's already passed in the House that just funds the government for 7 weeks to kind of kick the can down the road and give more time for negotiations. I will note that 3 Democrats did join the Republicans in voting for that, but it did not pass. You need 60 votes in the Senate. So then the government shut down at midnight, and now the big question is what comes next? How long does this last? What are potential off-ramps? And where is there a potential blinking on which side? What's going to happen today is they're going to, around 11 o'clock, likely take up the same votes from yesterday, like try it again and see what happens. There's no indication that this is going to change the result from yesterday, but perhaps overnight there have been some different conversations that we're not yet aware of, but we'll see what happens. That's coming up in a couple of hours.
And Karen, President Trump, the White House, suggesting perhaps a nuclear option that never mind furloughs, maybe we just start firing people.
Yeah, this is really different than anything we've seen in other shutdowns before. This would make this a very unique shutdown and has a lot of people very worried. The president trying to ramp up pressure by threatening mass layoffs to federal workers and cuts to programs of the federal government. He didn't say what those would be or what they're targeting, but saying that when you're in a shutdown, you should fire people that are deemed non-essential or that don't work for programs that square with the administration's agenda. This is an administration, obviously, that has fired many federal workers already, that has cut programs from the federal government. So I don't think this is necessarily an idle threat, but what happens next is not clear from the administration's standpoint.
Karen Travers, ABC News at the White House this morning. Thank you, Karen.
Thank you.
Yeah, so maybe what Karen was discussing about, all right, Congress comes back, whether there's a new proposal on the table or whether they just go at it again with what's already been voted on. Everybody goes home, checks their inbox, see what sort of emails they got, ask the legislative aid, what are the calls saying? Are people blaming me or, right?
Well, but yeah, because then it just becomes a game of positioning and, and messaging more than anything else.
So if nothing changes, do people move off of their position based on feedback that they're getting in the last 12 hours?
As of now, about 2 hours and a little bit more away from the opening bell on Wall Street. Stock futures all down, as you would expect. Nothing major at the moment. All 3 indices down about 0.5%.
6:14 sports up next on Wisconsin's Morning News.
At Hazelden Betty Ford, treating mental health isn't just about breaking old patterns. It's about braving new ones. As the leader in alcohol and drug treatment for 75 years, we know caring for addiction, anxiety, depression, and trauma goes hand in hand. We're here for you with new tools when life breaks down. Discover your path to better mental health. at hazeldenbettyford.org/Wisconsin. Sponsored by Hazelden Betty Ford Foundation.
Free in-home design consultation. Design created to maximize your space. Professional installation. Vince Vitrano here. Those 3 pillars of the experience with Inspired Closets Milwaukee. It's why working with my friends Katie and Dan, based right here in Waukesha, so much better than doing some internet or mail order closet company, just like ours in the Vitrano home. Your custom closet experience with Inspired Closets Milwaukee begins with the team learning about your needs. What's happening at your house? What do you need to feel better, less stressed, less cluttered? What spaces are the problem areas? Is it the entryway, the bedroom, an overjammed coat closet? I promise Katie and Dan and their team have the solution that is not only functional, but beautiful. Inspired days start in Inspired Closets. InspiredClosetsMilwaukee.com.
Time for an update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk.
It's October 1st, and the smell of playoff baseball is in the air.
What's that smell like?
Smells fantastic. It smells delicious. Baseball is underway. The Brewers are getting October ready at American Family Field.
We've been through ups and downs throughout this year, but we've always stuck together, and that's what you need to make a playoff run.
Isaac Collins says after the grind of a 162-game season, getting the chance to recharge mentally could be beneficial the next few days.
You know, we get time to rest physically, mentally, and can just prepare. That's the biggest thing. We have a whole week to prepare.
Manager Pat Murphy on how the team plans to prepare for Saturday.
And ramping it up is a little bit uncomfortable, competitive. It's still not going to mirror a real game.
At American Family Field, Neil Doyle, WTMJ News.
Yeah, so, a little bit of ground balls, some BP, a little bit of scrimmaging.
Sprinting, lunging, diving.
Yeah,
all of those things.
All of those things, Josh. Yeah, and maybe you saw some, shagging of some balls.
Jackson Churiel with a dazzling play,
okay,
right?
We don't know how great the plays were, but there were some things like that. Meanwhile, I thought this was interesting. So while they're out there in the field kind of doing their workouts, up on one of the Jumbotrons, the Cubs-Padres game, just playing up there. So here's what would happen. The Cubs would win Game 1 at Wrigley, 3-1 the final. Interesting to note, Craig Counsell took his starter out after only 59 pitches, going with the analytics of third time through the lineup, that type of thing.
Oh, we've seen this movie before.
So, yeah. So he's already doing the managing thing. They play again today, this afternoon. The Dodgers beat up on the Reds. Tigers over the Guardians. Boston beats the Yankees.
Packers, of course, on the bye week, still evaluating any number of things that went wrong or, in this case, just not right enough.
Here they come. Here comes some pressure. Picked up for the moment. Love taking the shot. 2 receivers, same area. Who's got it? The rookie Golden does at the 22-yard line.
NBC Sports on the call. Remember that play? It was the deep ball from Love against the Cowboys, and you had Packers wide receivers Dontavian Wicks and Matthew Golden colliding, kind of fighting for the same ball from their guy at the Cowboys 20. So ESPN's Rob Domofsky is in the press conference with head coach Matt LaFleur on Tuesday.
The early deep ball, was that supposed to be for Wicks running the go, or was it Golden? They ended up awfully close together.
You don't like that distribution, Rob?
Yeah, you made the play. It worked out, right? But is it about process, not results?
It is about matter of fact, we had a long meeting about that today.
Process. I like it. You didn't like that, Rob?
That's how we had
that
it.
looked good to you? So LaFleur did go on to explain, and I believe he's talking about Wicks here, was calling for the ball because of busted coverage.
A lot of times when a receiver has an out-breaking route and he kills a guy off the line of scrimmage, the natural instinct is throw your hand up and go score a touchdown. Unfortunately, in that situation, that wasn't the right time for that.
So sort of an ad lib, I beat my man off the line of scrimmage and there's nobody here. You've seen that before. Hey, let's do something different. And unfortunately, there's no way to communicate that to the other guy who's running his route.
So, but that can't be the first time someone's waving their hand saying, hey, I got it. I'm going.
Apparently it just went right because we did make the catch, right? Golden came down with the ball. It could have been a touchdown. At any rate, Packers have plenty to work on, including that, as they come back from the bye with 12 straight games. This is the earliest you can get a bye in the NFL.
Coming in is Freelick, diving, and he made the catch. Oh, Sal Freelick, what a play in right.
Politics, work, daily stressors. Let's take a break from all that and get centered. Christ-centered.
I'm Pastor Tim Butker. Join me each week for Christian Crusaders, a broadcast that highlights the gospel, the good news of Jesus, and our belief in the authoritative Word of God. Christ-centered, gospel-oriented, Bible-based Christian Crusaders. Please join us Sundays at 6 a.m. on WTMJ. We'd love to have you worship with us.
WTMJ and Sidex are back with the, stick with me, Bootiful Bathroom Contest. One lucky listener will win a tub or shower conversion valued at up to $10,000. Here's how you join. Easy. Snap a pic of your scary shower, terrifying tub, or even just one that you're kind of tired of. And enter now. Text BOO to the WTMJ talk and text line 855-616-1620, or you just go online, visit WTMJ.com to submit your picture. And we also have there posted full contest rules.
I'm Libby Collins. This week on WTMJ Conversations, we talk with State Representative Jesse Rodriguez, whose family moved from a country in turmoil at the height of a revolution.
In those days, it was not uncommon for people to make claims and accuse people of doing things. As a result of that, people disappeared, people died in the middle of the night, and families weren't able to find them.
WTMJ Conversations, Sunday mornings at 11 on WTMJ.
At 6:20, let's hope for a better drive today, Deb.
Yes, please. We've got, so far, so good. We've got northbound 41, a little bit heavy from Mayfair Road up to Burleigh, and then we've got southbound slowing down from about Bradley Road down to Good Hope Road. Otherwise, everything else is looking clear. We're looking, really good. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
WTMJ 5-day forecast is near perfect. Maybe a little bit on the warm side. Right? If you want to break out the fall sweater, high of 78 degrees today, cooler lakeside, partly cloudy tonight, and a low of 58 by the lake, 55 inland. Mostly sunny on Thursday, mostly sunny on Friday, Saturday mostly sunny, and the same on Sunday. Sunday we see our first chance of rain, a chance of a shower late in the day on Sunday. All days with temperatures Thursday through Sunday in the 80s, a little bit cooler by the lake. Right now it's 63 in Milwaukee.
Big day today for the local motorcycle maker.
Happening today.
Yes, today is October 1st. You know what that means? It's the first day of the rest of his life. For Artie Stars, the new CEO, checks in today, gets his badge, goes through all the orientation stuff.
Has to open his laptop and watch 38 videos on company policy and whatnot.
Here's the cafeteria. When you use the coffee maker, you got to just press this button first, and then you do this.
Hey, you got a minute?
Yeah. So
hey, you got a minute? Just want to introduce myself, sir.
Hey, a bunch of us going out to lunch. You want to come? We're going to Fridays. You want to come? So who knows if he's doing all of that? But obviously a big day for Artie Stars as we want to see the Harley-Davidson continue to rebound and do well under new leadership. So I wanted to bring you a couple of things. I know that you were worried about him being a rider. You even asked Rich Kirchen about it of the Milwaukee Business Journal.
Please tell me that you found out or or it's been said that this dude's a rider, that he has like 3 Harley Davidsons and he rides every weekend with Buddy, like some sort of connection to the passion of this brand, Rich.
I have not been able to check on that yet, but I'll put that at the top of my list on your behalf.
Well, he did. Kirchen did follow up on that in another story in the paper, in the Business Journal, and he did. He actually got a bike from a dealer in Texas. So we know that he did actually purchase one and he's been taking lessons. So is that acceptable for you?
I appreciate that. And apparently the dealer down there in Texas said he didn't identify himself as the incoming CEO.
Right.
He's just a guy, and he was a really good guy, and we were happy to help him.
According to Kirchen, here's what that general manager of that dealership said about him on Facebook. CEOs don't grow on trees, folks. Top golf isn't golf. It's an experience, because that's what Artie Stars used to be. He used to be the CEO of Top Golf. Harley-Davidson isn't just motorcycles. It's fresh air and freedom. It's an experience, a lifestyle. I'm 100% behind Artie. So that's from a dealer owner in Texas. So that's pretty cool.
Nice.
So I wanted to bring you this because there's a good piece in the Business Journal from Kirchen, and he highlighted this as well. So there's a podcaster and a book author named Jacob Morgan who interviewed Stars for a 2023 book that he's writing called Leading with Vulnerability. And he's doing these interviews, and this guy, Jacob Morgan, has interviewed a ton of people. And he interviewed Artie Starrs when he was at Topgolf, and he asked him about his most influential leader. And I just want to play this for you. It's about 60 seconds long. Just listen to what the CEO said. CEO went to Princeton. He said the most influential leader in his life was his grandfather. Listen why.
I went to Princeton for college, was an economics major, and played golf. So you look at my resume on paper, and it's like, it just looks good. I just have one of those resumes that, like, oh yeah, investment banking and CFO and sort of all these things. But far and away, the most influential leader I ever was around was my grandfather. And he grew up on a chicken farm, or he had a chicken farm about 30 minutes away from where I went to college. And I spent my college years in this sort of dichotomy world, at this extremely privileged, powerhouse, type A, incredible institution, yet developed this amazing relationship with my grandfather, who lived modestly, built his own house, had a lovely farm. And while he never went to an institution like that, he had intellectual curiosity and abilities that I frankly will probably never have. And the lessons learned there are the ones that I take to my job every day.
How about that, huh? That sounds like a real person, doesn't it?
Guy sounds all right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thoughtful, deliberate.
So today's the first day. What I don't know is what he's doing. I did reach out to Harley, tried to see, hey, what's the availability, if any? Can we get him on the horn either today or soon? Can we talk to this guy? I really want to now, especially listening to that podcast. And they said nothing doing. This guy would charm the pants out of everybody. Like if he was doing some type of media today, I don't think you'd expect that, but if he were to, that'd be amazing.
Based on what we know about Harley Davidson, I wouldn't expect that. They don't spend a lot of time talking to the likes of the local media.
How would you advise them to? What would you do with the CEO?
Fix that immediately. Get this guy out in his hometown. Do 4, 6, 12, 58, WTMJ, anybody else, Journal Sentinel, Business Journal. Make this guy available and introduce him.
Can I push back a little bit
people.
Though? Like what?
No.
What?
There's not pushback.
Well,
That's
I guess my pushback is what are they to gain from that?
Don't they have work to do
here locally, like
yes.
with us, like with us local?
I mean,
commoners?
with us, with the people. You're trying to grow your brand. You start here at your home,
all right,
and continue to grow that out. Build confidence here at home. Get the people behind you. And this guy, right, he could be a rock star.
Sounds like he's amazing.
So,
rooting for him.
I encourage you, Mr. Starrs, to tell them how it is. News about your money this morning. WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. All the major indices closed up on the day. The Dow at 46,398, the NASDAQ at 22,660, and the S&P 500 at 6688. Financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Details at annexwealth.com.
It's here on consignment from over 10,000 nationwide partners. From very high-end, distinctive furniture, unique antiques and original art, to tasteful home decor that can fit almost any budget. Premium home decor priced right at 25 to 40% off retail prices. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value. Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
Smart interior designers know that what they'll see here is going to be almost impossible to find anywhere else, especially at our consignment prices. Premium home decor that's gently loved and close to new. And what we carry can raise the wow factor of anyone's home decor. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value. Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
Some things are fine to buy from a vending machine, but despite what a certain national online company tells you, a car is not one of them.
Let's see. Cheese Doodles, Mr. Nougat Bar. Oh, here we go. Green 4-door hatchback. We're Gonna need some more quarters.
Sure, they make it seem convenient, but it won't be so convenient if you have a problem with the vehicle you buy. And if it's after 7 days, good luck. Adam member dealers also let you search online, and unlike those national companies, you get to see the vehicle in person and test drive it before you buy it. You also have the assurance that the vehicle's been thoroughly tested, and if any issue does come up, your local Adam member dealer is right here to service it and can also provide low financing and top dollar for your trade. Think about that before you take the chance with their so-called vending machine.
What? It's stuck. No! Oh, rats.
Start your search at adamm.com.
Gene Miller here for my friends at Hometown Windows and Doors. Unfortunately, it's not too early to start thinking about those upcoming heating bills. At Hometown's huge New Berlin showroom, you can compare energy-efficient windows from Anderson, Pella, Marvin, and more. Like me, you'll get a dedicated project consultant to guide you to the products that best fit your home, style, and budget, along with employee carpenters who respect your home. Do what I did. Contact Hometown Windows and Doors today. Hometown with an E for your every window and door need. 414-329-1200 or online at hometownwindows.com.
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. The federal government is closed. Roughly 750,000 federal workers expected to be furloughed without pay. Some potentially fired by the Trump administration. Some things are still open, says ABC's Elizabeth Schulze.
National parks are open for now, but could face staff shortages. The Smithsonian will be open until at least October 6th. And in 1 week, that critical WIC program, which gives nutrition assistance to 7 million low-income women and their children, is set to run out of funding.
President Trump's immigration crackdown and some public health work at the FDA and the Department of Agriculture will continue during the shutdown. Rescuers are using backhoes and sniffer dogs to try to find more survivors in the central Philippines following an earthquake that has left at least 69 people dead. President Trump proposing using American cities as training grounds for U.S. troops. That part of the new Trump administration culture for the military laid out before hundreds of generals this week. This is ABC News.
We got some backups right now on southbound 41 from about the county line to Good Hope Road. Beyond that, everything else looks good on the southbound side. The northbound side's backing up from Mayfair Road up to Burleigh. 43 is nice and clear at this point, so we're moving along quite well. East and westbound 94 as well. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Storm team forecast, high of 78 degrees today, 71 lakeside under partly cloudy skies. Skies remain partly cloudy overnight with temperatures in the mid-50s. Right now, 63. And from the WTMJ Breaking News Center, plans are moving forward to merge the Wauwatosa and West Allis fire departments. Tosa Common Council voted Tuesday night to have the city administrator develop a report on what a joint fire force would look like. Leaders in West Allis have already said they're on board with the merger. According to a recent study, the consolidation of the departments could save both cities around $7 million, and it would not reduce the number of firefighters.
Residents are sounding off when it comes to the city of Milwaukee's proposed budget for next year.
The majority of the money in the budget is taxpayers' dollars, so it's their money. So they definitely should have some say-so in helping to direct us on how to spend it. We represent them.
Alderwoman Malala Coggs hosted a routine town hall, but this one was focused on the budget. She tells WTMJ,
"It is good to be reminded of what the opinion of those folks are."
Residents will have 2 more opportunities to weigh in on the proposed 2026 budget. Elizabeth Linton in WTMJ News.
Suing to shut down Shalom Wildlife Zoo, an organization called We Love Farmington, seeking a court order to invalidate the sanctuary's conditional use permit. Organization consists of neighbors to the property who have been filing complaints since 2021. Permit was granted to Shalom back in 1995 by Town of Farmington in Washington County. Earlier this year, the Farmington Town Board approved the permits to continue Shalom's operations. The zoo has filed a counterclaim to stay open.
A Sussex woman is accused of breaking into a home and stealing guns. Keely Sonneman, 19 years old, convicted of killing a dog while babysitting back in 2024. She was out of jail after serving 9 months. Now she's back in jail for burglary and possession of a firearm by a felon, breaking into a home earlier this month with a 17-year-old partner and stealing money and weapons. Decision, Wisconsin. A conservative Wisconsin appeals court judge says she's running for state Supreme Court. Says she's going to promise to stop the politicization of the court. Appeals court judge Maria Lazar, who formerly worked as a prosecutor for the DOJ, is the first conservative to get into the race, which will be decided in April. Judge Chris Taylor, a liberal, former Democratic state lawmaker, is also running.
Legalizing medical and recreational marijuana, a major topic of the race for governor. Most recent Democrat to enter the race, Missy Hughes, telling WTMJ's Point Taken.
Something we absolutely have to consider, because whatever we should be doing is trying to relieve pain, especially for people who have chronic pain and things like that. When it comes to total legalization, I absolutely think it should be on the table. What we've seen in other states is some states do it well, some states have not done it well. So let's look at the states that have done it well and let's model how they've legalized marijuana and think about, what we want to have as a goal for that.
Right now, there are 40 states that have marijuana legalized for medical use.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time 6:35. Coming up, celebrating and crowning 32 Chunk.
Traffic is sponsored by the Amazing Mineshaft Restaurant in downtown Hartford.
Every Monday and Thursday, buy one pizza, get a second pizza absolutely free at the Mineshaft Family Restaurant in downtown Hartford. Google the Mineshaft today.
Well, we decided to develop our own mattress line I think, purely from a quality standpoint again.
We wanted to go the opposite way the industry was going. The industry was cheapening things, and we didn't believe in that.
Ben and Arvid Huth, brothers and owners of Penny Mustard Furnishings.
The entire mattress industry has gone to one-sided. We still believe, and I know in my heart, that a two-sided is going to last you longer. You can get more comfort out of it.
That's the reason that we put higher density foam in the mattresses, is so that they're comfortable for a longer period of time. It goes back to just wanting people to be happy, not now, but 5 years from now, 10 years from now. I want them to look back and say, wow, I bought that a long time ago and I'm still really happy with it. That's true in our mattresses, it's true in our furniture. We don't want you to buy something and 5 years from now, you're like, oh, it's falling apart.
10 years from now, the customer shouldn't have to replace the mattress because it no longer supports them.
They can, but they don't have.
Right, and that's how we build it.
See more at pennymustard.com.
15, 20 years from now, that mattress is still going to have good support.
Somebody can still use it.
Yes, absolutely.
Hi, I'm attorney David Gruber. After an accident, you need a trusted winning team on your side. For more than 30 years, Gruber Law Offices has helped Wisconsin families get the results they deserve. If you've been injured, call our firm today for a free consultation. We're available 24/7. Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time 6:37.
Best record in baseball. Are the Brewers still the underdog in these playoffs? What manager Pat Murphy has to say about that in sports at 6:45.
We have a winner. We have a winner in the Fat Bear contest.
And the Fat Bear winner of 2025 is?
It's Chunk.
Chunk, estimated to be more than 1,200 pounds, has received more than 96,000 votes, taking the top spot after 2 years as a runner-up. The contest is part of Fat Bear Week at Alaska's Katmai National Park and Preserve. Founder Mike Fitz says Chunk is a specimen of success.
Chunk used his determination and adaptability to persevere through injury.
That injury, a broken jaw. Still, he's eating about a year's worth of food within 5 to 6 months in order to survive hibernation on that fat. Jennifer Kuiper, CBS News.
So Chunk the Hunk, it wasn't even close. Chunkster here beat out rival Bear 856 in the final polling, 96,000 votes to 63,000.
Well, he waged a really nice campaign.
Yeah, he did.
Chunk really.
So that's the name.
Cranked up his TikToks.
32 Chunk. Good for you, 32cc.
Can we help him with that broken jaw or no? Is somebody on that?
I don't know. I mean, I guess he's getting better.
But I guess he's doing okay.
You can see it. Like, it's definitely, he's got a very distinct look of his face. He's got a busted jaw and a giant scar that goes across his snout. But good on you there, Chunky.
6:38 on Wisconsin's Morning News.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here for Guthrie and Fry. I love Guthrie and Fry. I've got their water softener, the salt delivered right to the basement. Their RO system, which filters the water in our house. What we drink, what we cook with is crisp, clean, clear. It's Guthrie and Fry water conditionings, the best in the business. They also provide well pump system service, routine service, and emergency service for when you need it. They've been doing that since 1974. At Guthrie and Fry, they know that better water makes a big difference. The teams I trust are at Guthrie and Fry Water Conditioning.
Vince Vitrano here for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. I got a new deal to tell you about this morning. Sometimes it takes a team timeout to regroup and call the right place. When it comes to your home, Gina Della and her team at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, they've always got a winning game plan. Check out the championship caliber play call this month. A whole house of beautiful new energy-efficient Pella windows for as low as $297 a month, and get this 0% interest for up to 60 months. It's like running a drive that keeps moving the chains with no penalties and no extra interest. And this has certainly been the experience in the Vitrano home. Pella windows actually stop the drafts from coming in. You'll stay comfortable no matter how cold it gets outside. Think about it. Energy savings, comfort, great monthly payment, and you can actually manage. It's why I trust Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, why this is the right time to make your move. Call today and schedule that free in-home consultation at PellaWI.com. Certain restrictions do apply. This deal ends at the end of the month.
It's a bird bash at Potawatomi. Thursdays, you could win up to $50,000 cash in the Bird Bash Game Show. Just play with your rewards card this October for a chance to win. Wouldn't you like to rake in a huge pile of cash? Bird Bash, only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info at Potawatomi.com/birdbash. Must be 21 years old to play.
So it's time you bought some new end tables, or maybe a new coffee table. There's nothing like having beautiful new wood furniture in your home. But as a mom, I know wood furniture tends to attract little boys and girls like a magnet. And soon your new end table ends up being a Hot Wheels racetrack. And before you know it, that new wood is going to start to take a beating. Well, let me tell you what I've found to be an inexpensive solution to keeping wood furniture tops intact. And it's simple. Custom cut glass tabletops. They do a great job protecting the wood, and I happen to believe that they make wood furniture look even classier. So give me a call. I'll help you protect that wood and make it look even nicer with a custom cut glass tabletop. This is Stacy Sinks with Les's Glass Service. If it's a new glass shower door, fogged or broken insulated glass replacement, or affordable glass and mirror home decor that you've been looking for, you just can't pass on Les's Glass. Les's Glass Service, serving all of southeastern Wisconsin. Find us at lesglassservice.com.
641, checking in with Debbie here.
All right, starting to see some delays westbound 94 from 27th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. Northbound on 41, we got delays before Mayfair Road up to Burleigh. Southbound is backing up a bit from Bradley Road down towards Good Hope Road. Other than that, everything else is still looking pretty good. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
The WTMJ 5-day forecast for today, partly cloudy, temperatures topping out in the low 70s lakeside, mid and upper 70s farther inland. It'll remain partly cloudy tonight with lows in the mid and upper 50s. The sunshine returns for tomorrow, 75 at the lakefront, low 80s farther inland. And then the summer-like heat is back Friday and Saturday. Mostly sunny with highs in the low to mid 80s. And then mostly sunny for Sunday, a slight chance of an evening shower with highs in the low to mid 80s. I'm meteorologist Brendan Johnson with the Storm Team forecast on WTMJ.
Milwaukee at 63. 642 on Wisconsin's Morning News. Not bad. Maybe there's nothing to see here. But two neighboring communities are going about this thing in a different fashion, or at least in a different speed. You ever have a partnership or a proposed partnership, as it were, where one side seemed far more eager to team up than perhaps the other?
Give me an example.
Okay, think of like you're back in school, right? Teacher says, all right, now for this project, you can either work alone or you can work with a partner. And your buddy's like, dude, we should work together. No, you and me, huh? You and me. And he's looking across.
And you're like, no.
You and me. And you're like, I don't know, man.
Yes, know what you're talking
You
about.
seem really excited to work with me. I don't know. Let me give me a minute. So maybe that's not what's happening here, but Wauwatosa seems to be taking quite a bit longer on this. Should we merge the fire departments thing? We reported on this show for the first time a month ago the existence of this study examining the benefits of Wauwatosa and West Dallas merging their fire rescue operations. And since then, West Dallas has already voted yes.
Yeah.
With Wauwatosa voting Tuesday night to move forward-ish. This is the fire chief in Tosa speaking with WTMJ's Elizabeth Lintonen in a public information meeting. This was earlier this month.
We recognize both communities are very proud of their fire departments, both Wauwatosa and West Dallas, and so we know this is a big change and a big ask that we're looking to do. But it's one of those things we feel strongly we have to do at this point because both cities, both fire departments, our budgets continue to be impacted, and we have some challenges.
That's fire chief in Tosa, Jim Case.
Yeah.
Study suggests Wauwatosa and West Dallas could each save $7 million over the first 5 years of the agreement and avoid service cuts while they're at it. As I mentioned, Dallas had some meetings. It took some public comment. Common Council voted it through earlier this month. Okay, Tosa. Here's what they did at the Common Council meeting Tuesday night. 2 resolutions, both approved at the meeting, so things are moving forward, but it's not final. Here's the wording on what was before the council. I checked the agenda. Resolution directing the city administrator to prepare and present within 30 to 90 days an executive summary describing a potential joint fire department formed by West Allis and Wauwatosa. So based on the information we have from the meeting, that passed, so things are moving forward, but it's not a yet we're in.
So you're saying West Allis is a hey.
Yeah, you guys, how did it go at the meeting? Yeah, well, we're gonna send it to our guy. He's gonna have a look.
Yeah, we'll call it West Tosa.
Yeah, we got a name all picked out. We did the logo already. It's going to be great. And here's Tosa like, hang on over there. We're going to have another study. But we still have to wonder, is Stallis really the overeager partner in this? I don't think that's what's happening. I think it's more Tosa wants to do its due diligence. Exactly. And we're going to go through our process regardless. It is moving forward, if not yet.
Fine. We'll call it West Allis. West Allis.
You know what? You can just call it Tosa Fire. We don't, we're good. We already voted yes. 6:45.
Just give me the grade.
Wisconsin's Morning News.
For over a century, local radio has evolved with the needs of the community. From politics to pop culture, we keep you informed, bringing you the most relevant news, online, on air, and on the go. You have trusted us with your news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Trust us to keep moving with you. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress local broadcasting is here to stay.
What if you kind of didn't have a ceiling at all? Vince Vitrano from Matrix Basement Finishing. I had Brent and Josh from Matrix out to the house looking at our downstairs space, and that's just one example of how the Matrix team may present to you ideas you hadn't thought of. One thing that would give us both literally and perceived more headroom downstairs. Our house was built in 1967, so eliminating the drop ceiling, getting fancy with tidying up the beams and electrical and everything else overhead, and then adding a crown molding around. That's a signature move by Matrix to give it a beautiful finished look. Now, that never would have occurred to me, but Josh had pics and videos showing it to me right there at the kitchen table. Share your vision with my team at Matrix and keep an open mind because they will have plenty of ideas for you as well about how to transform the first level of your home, from dreams to drawings to installation. And for special pricing, because Vinny sent you, visit matrixbasements.com and then /Vitrano. That's matrixbasements.com, my last name, Vitrano.
Time for an update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk.
No baseball yet, but you can definitely feel the energy and the playoff atmosphere at American Family Field. So some perks for the Brewers clinching the #1 seed in the MLB playoffs, first round bye. So while the rest of the league playing right now, the Crew get a few days to prepare for their first pro season game.
We've been through ups and downs throughout this year, but we've always stuck together, and that's what you need to make a playoff run.
Isaac Collins says after the grind of a 162-game season, getting the chance to recharge mentally could be beneficial the next few days.
We get time to rest physically, mentally, and can just prepare. That's the biggest thing. We have a whole week to prepare.
Manager Pat Murphy on how the team plans to prepare for Saturday.
And ramping it up is a little bit uncomfortable, competitive. It's still not going to mirror a real game.
At American Family Field, Neil Doyle, WTMJ News.
Murphy also went out of his way to say, hey, you know what? No one's picking us even close in the top 5 even in the postseason here, and that's great.
Good.
He calls that perfect. Meanwhile, the club had been doing some work there in the field, taking some BP and shagging some balls.
Fly ball, left center field. Churio on the run. At the track, at the wall, jumped up. Jackson Churio brought it back! Ho, ho, ho! Jackson!
It
elevated above the wall.
Yeah. I mean, it was an amazing catch he had yesterday.
That wasn't from yesterday.
That did not happen. While Jackson was doing that kind of crazy stuff, they did have the Cubs game on. Cubs-Padres was on the big old one of the big screens. So Cubs would win 3-1. The Dodgers beat the Reds and Tigers over the Guardians, and the Red Sox beat the Yankees in the other games.
Packers did practice on Tuesday ahead of the bye week with some time off ahead, speaking of which. Packers head coach Matt LaFleur on what this time is all about.
It's called health.
That's really the big thing this week.
That is the big thing. We've got to get these guys their bodies back, and then we all also understand that it's going to be a long haul after the bye, so you better get your mind right to go on that journey and to try to get a little bit better every day.
Yeah, when they get back at it, we're in ATB time.
Yep.
after the bye entering next week. It'll be week 6 of 18 in the National Football League, and the Packers 4 months straight of games without a lengthy break. We do get like a mini bye after the Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit, so this is going to be a haul for the Green and Gold. Packers next play at home against the Bengals a week from Sunday.
Oh, Jackson!
Streaming services, retail chains, and tech giants are all adding plus to their names. It's fairly obvious they were inspired by Hasselus mattress. Hasselus showrooms are employee-free, plus unbeatable prices on Tempur-Pedic, plus free next-day delivery, plus 60-month interest-free financing on select Tempur-Pedic with approved credit, plus a $300 MasterCard gift card with your Tempur-Pedic mattress. Maybe we should change our name to Hasselus Plus. Find an employee-free showroom near you at Hasselus.com.
Jackson!
All right. All right, man, they're really doing that BP stuff. Big deal. WTMJ's Erik Bilstad here for Tri-County Contracting. So now's the time when you're out in the yard, you're doing some of that yard cleanup, and you're starting to do the raking and all of that, and you're like, okay, next year, going to put this in the budget. One of the projects is going to be getting that new roof. One thing to consider, you may not need the new roof just yet. Tri-County Contracting provides the worry-free roof tune-up. This is when they go up on the roof, they check out whether or not you need anything, they replace some shingles that are busted up, they do the caulking, they do the cracking, they put in some gaskets, and they extend the life of your roof. You might not need a new one. Oftentimes you think you do, and you really don't. They can extend the life of your roof at Tri-County Contracting. It's worth the call. And by the way, if you do have serious problems, they'll tell you. Tri-County Contracting, WI.com. It's worry-free roofing, siding, and windows. Tri-County Contracting, WI.com.
Politics, work, daily stressors. Let's take a break from all that and get centered. Christ-centered. I'm Pastor Tim Butker. Join me each week for Christian Crusaders, a broadcast that highlights the gospel, the good news of Jesus, and our belief in the authoritative Word of God. Christ-centered, gospel-oriented, Bible-based, Christian Crusaders. Please join us Sundays at 6 a.m. on WTMJ. We'd love to have you worship with us.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
Jackson Chorio.
What do you say, Devin?
Have yourself a weekend.
I like it. Now, if we could keep doing that, that would be great. All right. Westbound 94 backing up from about 17th Street all the way through the Stadium Interchange to Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound's tightening up a bit right past 84th Street to 68th. There is a broken down vehicle off on the left shoulder at 84th, so just keep that in mind. Beyond that, though, we do have a couple more taps on the brakes heading through the stadium. Northbound 41 slowing down just before Mayfair Road up to Burleigh. Southbound still heavy from Bradley Road to Good Hope Road. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Your team forecast. High of 78 degrees today under partly cloudy skies. Cooler lakeside with low temperatures in the mid-50s overnight. And mostly sunny Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Sunday, we just bring in a slight chance at this point for a shower in the afternoon or evening. Each day with temperatures, highs in the 80s, cooler lakeside. Right now at 63 in Milwaukee. A lot of reaction this morning still to the Top Brass Summit in Quantico. Generals and admirals were called from their posts across the world for a briefing from President Trump, kicked off by these remarks from Secretary of War Pete Hegseth.
Frankly, it's tiring to look out at combat formations, or really any formation, and see fat troops. Likewise, it's completely unacceptable to see fat generals and admirals in the halls of the Pentagon and leading commands around the country and the world. It's a bad look. It is bad, and it's not who we are.
The administration upping the physical fitness standards for the U.S. militaries. We're being host of Truth in the Afternoon on 101.7 The Truth. Former Milwaukee Police Lieutenant Dr. Ken Harris. Dr. Ken, I've seen some fat police chiefs in my day, too. Does that matter?
Show's over. See you later.
What?
Like, really?
Well,
wow, we don't have the standards the military has.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm sorry. So what does that mean? That means that your physical fitness is up to you. And if you can't perform to the job, then you won't have a job, because you can get, relieved of duty if you can't do the job in law enforcement. Military is a little different because you're technically a war machine. So you need to be ready to go to war at any time. I thought it funny that he wants to have the same standards for women as men. There are some, I don't know if anybody told Pete he should go home and look at his wife. There's some physical differences between men and women that nature hasn't changed in, I don't know, how long have we been here, depending on what you believe, right? So I don't think women are going to be able to do the push-ups and the pull-ups in the number that men will. As you age, you can't have the same physical standards that you have at 30 and then again at 65. It's just not physically possible. So some of the things he's saying, it sounded great, but in reality, I can't hold a woman and a man and tell them you got to do 100 push-ups a day. Well, that's fine, but it's going to take her a little bit. So what you're going to have to do is bring people up to a standard, and that's what we do in law enforcement. When you get in the academy, we bring everybody up to a standard so they can pass the test. Not if you can't do it, then you can't. Because if I have to carry, and I understand what he's saying, but if I got to carry a rucksack and it's, 85 pounds, it's 85 pounds. You get her to a point where she can carry it. Or just don't give her as much stuff. I mean, she may not have the upper body strength. Some do, but some may not. And so you have to find the balance. And so we use the Cooper method, and it's been court defensible, where if you give a person a certain physical test and they pass it, this standard is for women, this standard is for men, and that's it. And so that's what law enforcement does, and it works out great.
In terms of moving forward in the U.S. military, what do you think? You've been called to the chiefs meeting and whatever, and the rank and file are there and whatever. Right. You're hearing mixed reports. I think probably some of those generals and admirals loved it.
Oh, absolutely.
And then others not so much.
Absolutely. I say the same about law enforcement. At some point, when police show up, they didn't get called to a birthday party. They didn't get called to play basketball on the court. They're bringing guns, pepper spray, tasers. It's not a happy time. And so recognize that. So don't expect them to have fun and connect with the community and all these fun things. And it's great when they do, but at some point they're there to figure out, what am I here for? Justice or safety, and what mix?
I did want to ask you this because we're running low on time, but there are different things, police, military, whatever, where you can have, I suppose in the case of the police department, you do have civilians who work for MPD. They're not sworn officers or other departments. I look at our U.S. military, and are there some jobs where we not ought to apply a physical standard for folks who aren't frontline troops but might still perform a very valuable service? I'm thinking of tech stuff, or somebody who flies a drone somewhere, whether or not they can do one push-up, much less 100.
It don't matter.
Right, it doesn't matter.
But it depends on where you're assigned.
Okay, right.
If I'm assigning you to an embassy, you need to be in physical shape so that if it hits the fan and I only got 5 Marines there,
you're up.
You're
right.
up. So,
Need you.
So those types of things. But by and large, it's up to you. It's incumbent upon you to keep yourself physically fit. And if you don't, not everybody can, look like me.
How many push-ups did you do this week?
Yeah,
you got it
40.
in, didn't you? Yeah.
About 40.
You look good.
I don't know how to take that. Thank you.
That's a compliment.
Well, not everything's a game over here, Ken. Sometimes I just mean you look good.
Cheerio made it a game, so
6:58 on Wisconsin's Morning News. Business headlines are up next. They're sponsored by Horicon Bank. Together doing good. HoriconBank.com, the natural choice.
These are your business headlines from the Milwaukee Business Journal.
Aurora Healthcare plans to expand its medical center in Grafton, building on a recent string of investments in local medical facilities. Proposed plans for the Aurora Medical Center in the village include a new patient tower, private patient suites, and an expanded emergency department. Travel center chain Buc-ee's finalizes its $7.5 million purchase of nearly 28 acres for its Oak Creek development. The Texas-based business bought 3 parcels owned by Greenland Investors LLP near South 27th Street and West Elm Road. Planet Fitness seeks to lease a vacant Sears appliance outlet in Wauwatosa. The Gym and Health Club would undertake an interior remodel of the former big box store at 3203 North Mayfair Road. I'm Linda Spice for MilwaukeeBusinessJournal.com on 620 WTMJ.
Doing banking differently since 1896. Greg Matzik here for Horicon Bank. Think about that for a second. Over 100 years of focus on the community and your business. At Horicon Bank, financing requests can be approved in days, not weeks, because your banker understands you and your business. And yes, Horicon Bank is expanding, but they've not lost that community-minded feel. I trust Horicon Bank. I've connected with Horicon Bank, and I invite you to do the same. It's Horicon Bank, truly the natural choice, member FDIC.
Cheese doodles, Mr. Nougat Bar. Oh, here we go. 4-door hatchback.
Some things are fine to buy from a vending machine, but a car is not one of them. The national online company makes it seem convenient, but it won't be so convenient if you have a problem with the vehicle you buy. And if it's after 7 days, good luck. Adam member dealers also let you search online, plus test drive the vehicle before you buy it. And they're right here to handle any issues.
What? The car's stuck. No!
Start your search at adam.com.
4 years ago, I opened a doggy dream space unlike anything in Wisconsin. A place that offers it all: daycare, boarding, grooming, and a one-of-a-kind indoor-outdoor dog park and tavern. A hangout as fun for humans as it is for hounds. I'm Leah, proud owner of the Hounds and Tap in Menominee Falls. Our love, passion, and commitment to dogs and the community are at the core of everything we do. From our incredible staff to top-tier services, we've built something truly special at the Hounds and Tap. Come see for yourself. Visit the Hounds and Tap in Menominee Falls today.
Does your bathroom belong in a haunted house?
Or maybe it's just time for a refresh.
WTMJ and Sidex are back with the Beautiful Bathroom Contest. One lucky listener will win a tub or shower conversion valued up to $10,000. It's easy. Snap a pic of your scary shower, terrifying tub, or even just one you're tired of. And enter now at WTMJ.com. Sidex makes it easy to go from fright to fabulous.
Your trusted and relevant source for news, sports, traffic, and weather. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620, WTMJ, Milwaukee.
Just after 7 o'clock, I'm Vince Vitrano on Wisconsin's Morning News. It's Wednesday, October 1st. Our top story: thousands furloughed by the government shutdown.
I'm Erik Bilstad. Wisconsin abortion services now on hold.
I'm Debbie Lazigo. Westbound on 94, backing up from just before 27th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. The eastbound side, heavy from the Zoo Interchange all the way to 35th. Northbound 41, heavy from just before Mayfair Road all the way up to Burleigh. Southbound still heavy from Bradley Road to Good Hope Road. I'm Debbie Lazigo with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Partly cloudy skies and a high of 78 degrees today. 71 lakeside, low temperatures in the mid-50s overnight. Right now at 62, and from the WTMJ Breaking News Center, with the Senate failing to pass a budget plan by the midnight deadline, the federal government is now officially in shutdown. ABC's Elizabeth Schulze.
Starting today, the Congressional Budget Office says we could see 750,000 federal employees furloughed. That means they are placed on leave without pay. They only get paid retroactively once this shutdown ends.
Workers deemed essential will remain on the job, but they will not get paid immediately, though members of Congress are not affected by the shutdown and will be paid as normal.
Starting today, Planned Parenthood of Wisconsin is temporarily stopping its abortion services because of questions about a new federal law. The group is concerned that the big, beautiful bill will deprive its patients of Medicaid coverage unless abortions are stopped. Attorney General Josh Kaul challenging the defunding provision.
This issue was being left to the states. And yet this federal bill that was passed has now caused Planned Parenthood to stop providing access to abortion for at least a period of time here in Wisconsin.
Despite the pause, abortion is still legal in Wisconsin.
Decision Wisconsin, a conservative appeals court judge now running for an open seat on the state's high court.
Appeals court judge Maria Lazar becomes the first conservative to get into the race. Liberal appeals court judge Chris Taylor, a former Democratic state lawmaker, is also running. The race is open after incumbent Supreme Court Justice Rebecca Bradley announced over the summer she would not seek another 10-year term. Conservative candidates for the court have lost each of the past two elections by double-digit margins. The Wisconsin Supreme Court is currently controlled 4-3 by liberals. Neil Doyle, WTMJ News.
Milwaukee County Executive David Crowley proposing a nearly $1.5 billion budget for next year.
We are staring down a $46 million budget deficit for 2026. Across the board, increased costs from inflation, tariffs, and economic uncertainty are affecting everybody across the board. Significant reductions in federal funding impact future investments and the ongoing services that so many residents rely on.
Crowley says his budget proposal prioritizes keeping property taxes low for residents as consumer prices continue to rise.
After months of feuding with Harvard, the Trump administration now says it is close to reaching a deal with the university that could end up addressing the nation's shortage of blue-collar workers.
As part of the settlement, Harvard would reportedly pay $500 million while agreeing to operate trade schools in return for getting its federal grants restored. The tentative deal comes as the CEO of Ford, Jim Farley, warns the U.S. is far behind rivals like China and Japan in the blue-collar industry, making the U.S. less competitive.
ABC's Morgan Norwood reporting.
Coming up, a popular kids show is making a return, and you can bet Vince Vitrano will be excited about it.
I don't know about that. Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 7:04.
Don't think twice. Call Geis.
A great way to add value and curb appeal to your home is with a new LiftMaster or CHI maintenance-free garage door. Hey, it's WTMJ's Greg Matzik. A study by Remodelers Magazine reports that the average return on investment is an amazing 82%. Garage doors ranked first among all home improvement projects. To see Geis's huge selection of doors, visit their showroom in Brookfield, or you can also visit their online showroom at geisdoors.com. Geis has everything from alley doors to custom wood designer doors and everything in between. Remember, for all your garage door needs, you call Geis at 262-784-4250. That number again, 262-784-4250. It's Geis. Visit them online at geisdoors.com.
Don't think twice. Call Geis.
Potential is like God's love. It lives within everyone and shows us that we are made for more. At Aug Prep, faith ignites excellence in academics, the arts, athletics, and every aspect of our lives. Students don't just realize their full potential, we learn to soar. The #1 K-12 school in Milwaukee is expanding to the North Shore and is now enrolling grades K4 through 6th and 9th. Aug Prep North, made for more. Apply today at augprep.org.
We've seen a significant uptick in the number of gasping customers in this 12-foot radius at Penny Mustard.
This is where we display the Joni sofa.
Now that's a gasp-worthy sofa.
You'd never know something this strong and beautiful could be so comfortable. Was that you?
Oh no, it's contagious.
Come see the Joni sofa, American-made with Fortress hardwood frame, ultra-high-density cushions, and hundreds of fabric and leather options, starting at $19.13 at Penny Mustard.
Showrooms in Milwaukee and Chicago.
PennyMustard.com.
From office supplies to IT essentials, Amazon Business provides tools to help you save costs and make insight-based decisions. Learn how to bring your visions to life at AmazonBusiness.com.
This week's featured business on WTMJ's Home Improvement Showcase is Appliance Gallery. ApplianceGalleryWI.com.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 7:07.
The Cubs now a step closer to being the Brewers' next playoff opponent. Sports at 7:15.
As the Brewers work out on the field ahead of their start of the NLDS on Saturday, work is moving forward on making AmFam Field a year-round event space.
What winterizing the ballpark will look like still is being designed, according to facilities manager for the Wisconsin Professional Baseball Park District, Brian Dworak.
And that will drive what the estimated cost is at the time.
Dworak tells WTMJ there are also plans to develop 2 new social gathering spaces outside the ballpark, one of which could include a beer garden and mini golf course.
The outfield space is meant to be a place for fans to gather, especially for those that maybe aren't interested in tailgating.
Plans for both areas also remain in the design phase. Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
A last-ditch effort by Sean Diddy Combs to have his conviction overturned was denied by a judge. This happened late Tuesday, clears the way for the music mogul's sentencing on Friday. He was convicted on 2 counts of transportation for the purposes of prostitution. ABC's Perry Rossum.
Prosecutors are asking for an 11-year prison sentence. That's twice the legal standard for similar crimes. Prosecutors claiming because Combs used fraud or coercion, he deserves a more severe sentence. Diddy's lawyers calling that draconian, saying it amounts to verdict be damned, lock him up and throw away the key. They're asking for Combs, who's already been in prison for 13 months, to be released on time served.
Combs was acquitted of the most serious charges, including sex trafficking.
A beloved children's series returns this week and not on television.
Reading Rainbow returns after nearly 20 years, now on the Kidsico YouTube channel. The first of 4 episodes, hosted by librarian and literacy advocate Michael Threets, will be released this Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern. He steps into the role originally held by LeVar Burton. The other episodes will air on subsequent Saturday mornings. Celebrities including Adam Devine, John Legend, and Chrissy Teigen will make appearances. Jennifer Kuiper, CBS News.
So I was wrong? This wasn't under your...
Never watched a show. Not one show.
Why did I assume?
Way too much learning going on in that show. I mean, I didn't even like Sesame Street so much. Like, I saw what they were doing here. This is numbers and alphabet. This isn't fun. Mr. Rogers would just playtime the whole time.
My bad. Right. I speculated earlier when I said
now that's a show.
Yeah,
right?
That is a show. It's a good one.
You don't have to learn anything there. 7:09 on Wisconsin's Morning News.
News is brought to you by American Republic Insurance Services. Be informed, be smart, be secure. Annual enrollment is on the way. Whether you're gearing up for retirement or already there, American Republic Insurance Services is here to help you navigate your health and life insurance options with confidence. They'll walk you through every step so you can make smart, secure choices and protect your legacy. And remember, protect yourself from scams by working with a trusted local agent. Call them today at 262-523-1440. American Republic Insurance Services. Be informed, be smart, be secure.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here for Gruber Law Offices. They've helped me. They can help you too. Here's what I love. They'll help you in your time of need. They also help our community on an every single day basis. 40 years, thousands of cases, philanthropic, involved in the community. It's the trust that's made Gruber Law Offices so special. Wonderful, dedicated people. Never a fee until they win. Wisconsin's their home. When you need Gruber, they're there. Visit gruber-law.com to learn more. Get started there. gruber-law.com.
7:10 on Wisconsin's Morning News. How's traffic, Debbie?
Well, we've got a little bit of an issue. It is on the ramp from westbound 94 to northbound 41. We have a crash, and it is off on the right shoulder, so watch out for the delays past that. Otherwise, eastbound 94 is looking a little bit slow out of the Zoo interchange all the way to 35th. Westbound from 27th is slow till Mitchell Boulevard. Northbound on 41 is also going to be slow from just before Mayfair Road up to Burleigh. Southbound slowing down from before Bradley Road all the way to Good Hope Road. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
The WTMJ 5-day forecast. For today, partly cloudy, temperatures topping out in the low 70s lakeside, mid and upper 70s farther inland. It'll remain partly cloudy tonight with lows in the mid and upper 50s. The sunshine is back tomorrow. Highs around 75 at the lakefront, low 80s farther inland. And then we bring in the summer-like heat for Friday and Saturday. We'll keep temperatures in the low to mid 80s lakeside, mid and upper 80s farther inland. Mostly sunny for Sunday. Slight chance of an overnight shower with highs in the low to mid 80s. I'm meteorologist Brendan Johnson with the Storm Team forecast on WTMJ.
Milwaukee right now at 62.
Live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee, this is Wisconsin's Morning News. Here are your hosts, Vince Vitrano and Erik Bilstad.
What do you do how do you report when nothing is happening? I mean, is it technically
happening today on Wisconsin's Morning News?
When nothing, in fact,
yes, that which
happening?
Normally happens that is not happening is happening today.
I guess there is something happening.
His fault. So it was his fault. No.
Yes, it is. It's his.
I guess. Wait a minute. So it's your fault.
Republicans and Democrats right now pointing fingers on Capitol Hill.
Why don't you just tell me who's to blame?
Says the Senate failed to pass a budget plan by the midnight deadline. Therefore, the federal government is now officially in a shutdown.
Starting today, the Congressional Budget Office says we could see 750,000 federal employees furloughed. That means they are placed on leave without pay. They only get paid retroactively once this shutdown ends.
If the shutdown ends, I should say. Well, we'll see. So what does that mean for those who are directly involved?
Tens of thousands more federal workers who are deemed essential will be forced to keep working without pay. So think TSA agents, air traffic control workers, Border Patrol agents, plus some 2 million U.S. troops. Now, members of the military typically get paid on the 1st and 15th days of the month. So checks today have already been sent. Now they're at risk of missing that payday in 2 weeks. And of course, keep in mind, members of Congress do still get their paychecks during this time.
Ah, so they get paid.
It's his fault.
Nope, still pointing fingers, though, right now. They're good at that. They're good at the
So
messaging.
it's your fault. No, it isn't. So it's her fault. No, it isn't. Then whose is it? It's your fault.
Does it even matter?
No, that's
Everyone's sort of
somebody's
divided
fault.
into their camps anyway, right? So they hear,
That's a great point.
That's my guy, that's the woman I voted for, whatever, and she says this, and so, yeah, it's clearly the other side's fault. Like, does anybody make headway in these arguments?
I think more time is spent on the messaging than on the actual governing. And that's not a new thing. It's always kind of been that way, but like even more now than ever before. Basically, Republicans blocking a Democratic bill to reverse Medicaid cuts and extend Obamacare subsidies to keep healthcare costs from rising for a faction of the country. Democrats say, fine, if you're going to block that, then we're not doing this. So that's kind of where the rub is on these Obamacare subsidies. President Trump posting more AI-generated video on social media, and that's getting a rub for some folks as well. Not very happy with some of the stuff that he's posting. But meanwhile, on Capitol Hill...
It's his fault.
Yep, no,
it
it's
was
still
his
happening.
fault. No.
Yes, it is. It's his.
I guess.
It's amazing. Oh, that's still happening, though.
So it's her fault.
As the government shutdown continues.
Your fault. You're responsible. You're the one to blame. It's your fault.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
Looking ahead to life's next adventure? Hi, I'm Mike Yancey from Yancey & Associates. Whether you're buying a home or launching your dream business, we know there's a lot on your plate. But here's the thing, you don't have to go it alone. Since 1946, we've helped Wisconsinites like you secure, protect, and grow their version of the American dream. Our team is ready to tailor the perfect plan for you. Learn more at ANSAY.com. That's ANSAY.com.
Take your family to the Mine Shaft restaurant in Hartford or Oshkosh today for the Wednesday all-you-can-eat fish fry and just $7.99. Kids 5 and under eat free from the kids menu. Just walk in for your $7.99 fish fry. It's big food. It's big fun. It's the Mine Shaft restaurant.
Time for an update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk.
Playoff baseball is underway, and you can almost smell it in the air, right? Delicious. The Brewers getting October ready. Looking to get going in the postseason here, but they got that first round bye to wait for.
The Brewers hosted a workout Tuesday as they get ready for Game 1 of the NLDS this Saturday. Manager Pat Murphy.
The same thing goes into postseason. We're in a similar spot. There's nobody on television saying, hey, the Brewers are the odds-on favorite. Matter of fact, I saw that we're not even like the top 5. You know what I mean? Perfect.
Several players say they're ready for the challenge of playoff baseball.
Being in the postseason, there is added pressure, but that's what you play for. The great people of Milwaukee showed up for us day in and day out for us this year, and that's something that we really enjoyed, so we're looking forward to seeing them on Saturday.
At American Family Field, Neil Doyle, WTMJ News.
So the Brewers are, playing catch and doing some BP and working out.
Sprinting, lunging, diving.
All of those things they were doing on the field.
Jackson Churiel with a dazzling play, and right?
I don't know how.
Interesting they had play-by-play for batting practice.
Can't they give Lane a day off, too? Like, Lane and Josh got to keep working. So while they were on the field doing that kind of stuff, it was kind of interesting. They had the Cubs-Padres game on one of the giant screens.
Yeah, that's cool.
In right field, which is cool. So the Cubs would win Game 1. They win 3-1. Interesting note there, Craig Counsell took his starter out after only 59 pitches. The whole analytics have not gone through a third time through the order. Yeah. Said, okay, he doesn't usually do well the third time out, so we're yanking him right away.
We've seen that movie with Counsell.
Mm-hmm. Dodgers beat up on the Reds. Tigers over the Guardians. Boston beat the Yankees in the first day of playoff action.
Packers on the bye week here, still evaluating any number of things that went wrong or, in this case, just not right enough.
Here they come. Here comes some pressure. Picked up for the moment. Love taking the shot. 2 receivers, same area. Who's got it? The rookie Golden does at the 22-yard line.
NBC Sports on the call Sunday night. Remember that play in the game against the Cowboys? That deep ball from Love, and you had Packers wide receivers Dontavian Wicks and Matthew Golden sort of colliding. They're in the same spot, as Tirico said, they're nearly fighting for the ball amongst themselves. This was all the way down to the Cowboys' 20. So ESPN's Rob Domofsky is in the news conference with Packers coach Matt LaFleur and asked about that.
The early deep ball, was that supposed to be for Wicks running the go, or was it Golden? They ended up awfully close together.
You don't like that distribution, Rob?
What, you no good, Rob?
He made the play, it worked out, right? But is it about process, not results?
It is about matter of fact, we had a long meeting about that today.
I love LaFleur lit up and it is about the problem. We talked about it. We had a meeting about
They had a
that.
long meeting talking about that.
Yes.
That's interesting.
So I believe what he was talking about there or here is Wicks sort of calling for the ball because he recognized a busted coverage.
A lot of times when a receiver has an out-breaking route and he kills a guy off the line of scrimmage, the natural instinct is throw your hand up and go score a touchdown. Unfortunately, in that situation, that wasn't the right time for that.
Well, so it went right, just not right enough. Could have been a touchdown. At any rate, Packers have lots to work on and lots of meetings to have as they come back from the bye with 12 straight games. We have the earliest bye you can get in the NFL. 7:19 on Wisconsin's Morning News.
Oh, Jackson! According to research, a majority of people gain their weight back after stopping those expensive weight loss shots. Don't become another statistic. The doctor-developed Milwaukee weight loss program doesn't just help you lose weight, it helps you keep it off for good. We've helped thousands of people lose up to 10 to 20% of their body weight in just 8 weeks and maintain the results long-term. No more yo-yo dieting or weight regain. Visit MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com now to schedule your free consultation.
Hey, it's WTMJ's Steve Scavidi here. After a summer in the maintenance phase, feeling great, looking great, I'm back in reduction mode with the goal to lose 10 more pounds with Milwaukee Weight Loss. That means I'll have lost 50 pounds, yes, 50 pounds since January. The best part, none of the intense workouts, none of the meals, kits, or shakes, no meds, no injections. Many patients see 20 to 30 pounds. I saw 40 plus come off in just a month or two. You can do it. I did it. Book your free consultation today at 262-393-2334 or online at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
Enjoy life at Capri Communities. I recently moved my dad into a Capri community. My dad has really blossomed since moving to Capri and has gained new independence. His falls have decreased, he's eating healthy meals, and going on new adventures. Knowing Dad is in a great place takes my worries away, and now we're both enjoying life again. Enjoy life at Capri Communities.
Hey, WDTMJ's Erik Bilstad here, reminding you to subscribe to the Wisconsin's Morning News Podcast. We update it every day with every interview, every segment, every bit we do on the show.
Wait, we don't do bits on the show.
The Miz.
TikTok Jack, we call him. It was pretty good.
Shout out to Thomas Mosier. Thank you for the ticket, Thomas.
All right, maybe we do some bits.
You should on me again. You did. You should on me.
Dang it.
Try not to should on me.
Be sure you subscribe to the Wisconsin's Morning News Podcast, presented by Tri-County Contracting.
At 7:22, how's the drive, Deb?
We have an accident on the ramp from westbound 94 to northbound 41 in the zoo. It's off on the right shoulder. Just mentioning that so that you're not, surprised. We do have eastbound 94 backing up quite a bit from 92nd Street all the way through the stadium. Part of the problem, we do have a broken down vehicle off on the left shoulder at about 84th Street. And then we also have another disabled vehicle on the off-ramp to Hawley Road from 94 eastbound as well. So something to keep in mind there. Otherwise, southbound 43 now starting to slow down just before Good Hope Road down towards Bender Road. 41 southbound slowing down just south of Main Street down to about Good Hope Road. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic.
Your forecast sponsored by Dave Drake Camp Heating. Partly cloudy today, a high of 78. Tonight, partly cloudy, low of 55. Thursday, sunny, 82 inland. Friday, sunny, 88. Saturday, sunny, 86. And then on Sunday, sunny. There is a slight chance for a little bit of rain on Sunday, a high of 84 at 7:23.
This morning, more than 200,000 people in Wisconsin may be looking for new doctors.
Happening today on Wisconsin's Morning News.
The other shutdown, the other deadline that passed overnight without resolution, in addition to the government shutdown, of course, we've been talking about that extensively this morning, is this continuing battle between United Healthcare, that's health insurance, and Ascension, which is a healthcare provider. As of this morning, they do not have a new agreement. for people with health insurance through United to be covered in network with Ascension hospitals or doctors. Ascension is the second largest healthcare system in Wisconsin behind Aurora. According to a document from Ascension, it's about 208,000 people in our state access care through its system, be that personal physician, clinics, hospitals. I'll name a few of the big hospitals people know. St. Joseph in central Milwaukee,
Okay.
St. Mary's on the east side, which also includes the Burn Center, St. Francis, Ascension Southeast and Franklin, big hospitals in the system that people might know. So a 3-year contract between Ascension and United Healthcare is now expired, and they've not come to a new agreement. WTMJ's Adam Roberts breaks it down.
Over the course of a months-long negotiation process, both sides argued the other was unwilling to compromise on cost. UHC claims Ascension Wisconsin's proposed plan would increase healthcare costs for patients across the state by around $38 million. Ascension Wisconsin claims proposals offered by UHC could reduce access and affordability. But not all hope is lost that a deal could be reached before impacts are truly felt by patients.
My advice would be to hold tight, that these things happen frequently. They almost always work out.
Professor of economics at UW-Milwaukee, Scott Adams, says these types of contract disputes are growing more frequent as Wisconsin faces a growing level of provider concentration.
There are fewer and fewer large hospital groups, and they start exerting more power when there are fewer of them. So it becomes tougher for the people who are buying health insurance coverage to have power in that relationship.
Despite missing the deadline, Ascension and UHC could still reach an agreement before the end of the year to keep patient impact minimal. Still, Adams notes no matter the result of negotiations, one thing is for certain.
Higher premiums. That's kind of where we're headed in all of these deals that we've seen in other states.
Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
So quickly emphasizing one point there before we get a little bit more into it here. In terms of the wider spread impact, so this is a little bit more inclusive for those folks outside of Ascension or even United. Maybe your docs are at Aurora or Freighter or wherever, but this could affect premiums for United Healthcare coverage across the board in the future. I should add this, full disclosure, United Healthcare is our insurance provider here at Good Karma Brands. So my family and I, we're covered under that. And additionally, my personal physician and some of our other family doctors are at Ascension as well. So to acknowledge that conflict of interest here.
Well,
but
you and a lot of people,
road
though.
here.
A lot of people dealing with that.
So we had all our babies at St. Mary's, and I believe I received high quality of care with Ascension. And I just state that so someone said, well, he has. Anyway, due for my annual physical at the end of the year, oh, by the way, with my Ascension doc. And so right now I'm an example of someone in limbo. Should I schedule that? Should I not? Would it be covered? Would it not? In a communication I received from Ascension overnight, it is pointed out, for now, patients with United Healthcare insurance may face higher out-of-pocket costs or limited coverage for non-emergency care received at Ascension, Wisconsin sites. Emergency care remains available and covered according to federal law, regardless of insurance network status. Some patients actively receiving care for ongoing medical conditions may qualify for temporary in-network coverage under federal or state continuity of care protections. They're also adding, you can see any doc you want, right? It just may not be covered. Statement from United Healthcare. Despite our repeated efforts to compromise, Ascension, Wisconsin has continued to maintain its demands for unsustainable price hikes that are not affordable and would increase healthcare costs, et cetera, from Ascension, because we are the safety net hospital taking care of more Medicaid and uninsured patients than our peers in the region. Additional reductions to reimbursement for services is highly impactful to our operations. So you have Ascension saying, look, we're taking more people on at great cost to us. St. Joseph is a perfect example of that, where we're providing care and not getting reimbursed, either through Medicaid, Medicare, or people with no insurance at all. You have United Healthcare saying, we got to keep costs down for everybody across our system. This is too expensive. It feels to me like the cable wars, right? You go through this from time to time, that Channel 12 or Channel 4 gets thrown off Spectrum or whatever because their parent companies are negotiating in a larger thing, and you see the thing, and all of a sudden somebody's kicked off the air, and they're saying, and both sides are saying, we're trying to keep costs down for you.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And either way, you end up caught in the middle. So that's where we stand on this. But as it
sounds familiar.
Right now, right, doesn't it? United Healthcare and Ascension have not yet come to an agreement. News about your money this morning, WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. The Dow Jones Industrial Average, the NASDAQ, and the S&P 500 all seeing modest gains in trading on Wednesday. The Dow, or on Tuesday rather, Dow at 46,398, NASDAQ 22,660, and the S&P 500 at 6688. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, annexwealth.com. Do you have a spot that's too cold in the winter, but if you jack up the heat, the rest of the house is too warm? Vince Vitrano for USA Insulation. Time to get Jeff and his team out to your house. Proper insulation from USA forms a thermal barrier that maintains warmth in the winter and coolness in the summer. Time to get in on thousands of dollars of government efficiency credits. Jeff and his team at USA Insulation find the grants, rebates, reductions, and they discount the cost of your project up front. Get started at usainsulation.net.
USA Insulation.
Does your bathroom belong in a haunted house? Or maybe it's just time for a refresh. WTMJ and Sidex are back with the Beautiful Bathroom Contest. One lucky listener will win a tub or shower conversion valued up to $10,000. It's easy. Snap a pic of your scary shower, terrifying tub, or even just one you're tired of. And enter now at WTMJ.com. Sidex makes it easy to go from fright to fabulous.
Nor do they want a 14-day recovery. Our unique Advent approach can, in 20 minutes in our office, open your block with only one